I really do need like 7 different screens to keep this all together. Hello everyone and welcome to Until the End of Time. My name is Veronica and thank you so much for joining me for the next installment of the Campaign Play-Along, the holiday installment of the Campaign Play-Along. And as is by now quickly becoming tradition, this is the stream where I explain what's going on with the Campaign Play-Along and then talk about or then draw everybody's basic weaknesses, which is of course why you're all here. I already see some people in the chat. Hey, Sergey, hi. Nice for you to join me. I'm gonna take a quick second to make sure that anybody who wants to join us can join us, but probably I don't know if this is a good time slot for this video. I know that for me personally it's pretty great because it's like 9:30 in the morning, but I can imagine maybe for the Americans there's not. Like they're asleep at the time, so no idea how that works with time zones. But let's just slowly get into what the stream is about. So the Campaign Play-Along is a community event that I've done a couple of times now. It involves a smaller card pool, a restricted card pool, and a specific campaign that everybody is playing at the same time. And we usually, this is hosted in the Campaign Play-Along channel on the Mythos Busters Discord server. And the idea is to have a very simple to have a community event, right? Sorry, I'm not entirely awake yet. So if you want to join us, please go to discord.gg/mythosbusters. So scared to see what weakness I'm getting. We'll get there. They are terrifying for a reason. And so the idea is that you join the Mythos Busters Discord server. You don't have to be, very active, but you go into this specific channel, and then you can get a role that lets you get alerted whenever I post important stuff, which is extra important this time. And then there are a bunch of Google Forms in the pinned messages that you can use to sign up, report results. I've also posted them in the description of this video, so if you're looking for those, they're right there. We can just talk about it and have a good time. And in this time of COVID, which, as a reminder, I have currently, was tested positive last week and still feeling a little sickish. So if I'm a little snottery or a little ill or just lose my entire train of thought, then you might know why. Don't worry, I'm getting better, but I'm still feeling a little under the weather. Now, there are a couple of differences with this Campaign Play-Along from the previous ones. And the main one is that unlike previous ones, the entire campaign is accessible from day one. Normally, I would post one result sheet every week, and that is a scenario you're supposed to play that week. And it's okay if you fall behind, but you're not supposed to play ahead. That's different now, mainly because it's the holiday season, right? And the whole intent is that it's the holiday season. So if you have a lot of extra time and you just want to get started right away and you just want to play this campaign, and then maybe in a week you want to play it again, that's totally supportive. If you are very busy around the holiday season and you have a whole bunch of things you need to be doing and you are worried that you might not get to any of it, that's also fine. And that's why the timing works a little differently. And it works out well because the campaign that we're playing is Night of the Zealot, which is a campaign that I'm assuming everybody has played at this point. I don't think your first time playing Arkham is going to be the Campaign Play-Along. And if that's the case, then, well, you just know what's going on. So there's not like we're going to get spoiled on anything or anything like that. Plus, this is a good chance to play the campaign multiple times if you want to. Obviously, there are some interesting decks you can build with the new Edge of the Earth cards. And there are going to be standalone scenarios you could insert as well, which could be very fun and might be something that I'm planning to do. That's right. So in order to spice up what is otherwise a kind of boring campaign, I think my plan is to add a little bit of excitement to it by picking those roles and giving people chances to play other scenarios or do other fun stuff. No promises on any of those yet. As I said, I'm a little sick right now and haven't been able to plan anything big, but I know that I want to do a big online multiplayer game, so that'd be the Blob or War of the Other Gods. That sounds like super fun, and if I can get it to work, I'm going to. And the other thing that I would really like to do is we're hoping for Parallel Wendy soon, which is a parallel investigator. If you don't know what those are, don't worry about it. You'll probably see it get posted in the chat anyway. But basically, if that gets released before January, which it should be, Maxine said it would be this year, then I might do a special event or something where I'm asking as many people as possible to sign up with Parallel Wendy and play the campaign. That sounds really fun to me. Getting back on track a little bit, just to go over the formality. So with the Campaign Play-Along, we use a limited card pool, which features the revised core set, the Return to the Night of the Zealot box, all 5 Investigator starter decks, and for this campaign, the Edge of the Earth Investigator expansion. If you don't have it, I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something to help you. I hope that by now everybody who wanted to get one would have one. I heard even last night that there were people who didn't get it yet, and I'm like, I feel for you. I really do. I really wish I could help you, but like, there's nothing I can do. I mean, you could play on Tabletop Simulator if you have access to that, but you didn't hear about that from me. More so to the point, I think the campaign is actually still beatable without the Edge of the Earth. I think the Edge of the Earth adds a lot. And one quick note, of course, about the revised core set. It doesn't remove any cards from the old core set. So if you have the old core set, obviously you can just keep using that one, and then you get to add these 13 new cards to the card pool. Those also just count. So I think the most important two here are Charisma and Relic Hunter, but of course the other cards are also all legal for the card pool. Lockpicks is pretty relevant. Blob, where everybody plays true solo parallel Wendy. That's going to be a heck of a game. So these are the cards that are legal. And, oh, well, we're at the basic weaknesses yet. Yeah, so I'm kind of blubbering, I think. I hope what I said makes sense. If you want just a written down explanation of everything that's going on with the campaign play-along, join the Mythosbusters channel, and it's all in the pins, and it's just written out there. If you have any questions, just go into that channel and ping at Veronica. I'm right there. I'm going to be able to help you. Oh, that's a great point. So the parallel when they play together sounds like the opposite of abandon alone. I should totally do that. So it's time for the basic weaknesses. Let me just try to turn on my camera and not break anything. I think I broke something. Uh-oh, we broke something. Yeah, we did break something, but don't worry. Oh, we're back in it. Can anybody see the camera? Is the camera quality good? I think the box is the background. It's totally a legitimate background banner. It's not just the revised core set box that I'm using as a backdrop. All right. Time for some basic weaknesses, I think. So, as always, I'm drawing the random basic weaknesses. If you wanted to sign up for this, well, I guess technically you probably still can. I'll check the forums right before I finish filming. So if there's anybody who's either in the chat right now or jumping in, then don't worry. You can just shout at me in the chat and I'll draw weaknesses for you. That's basically what I'm here for. But if the way this is supposed to go is that, well, if you were signing up in the week before this, leading up to this, then you had an option on the sign-up sheet to say that you want me to draw your random basic weaknesses. Now, I have an entire stack of weaknesses here. It's absolutely massive. I've shuffled them, and I'm just going to be starting to draw them, and I hope people get fun ones, and I hope, well, so far everybody who's drawn Doomed has had quite the story to tell, so I'm curious who gets it this year, or this time. I guess that's one thing I do quickly want to mention while I'm shuffling up anyway. This is going to be the last play-along of the year, obviously. Next year, the first one's going to be back to normal. So just, again, we're going to vote. We're going to do 1 week at a time. We're going to do the whole shebang. I wanted to do something special for the holidays. That's basically it. Also, I knew I wasn't going to do anything special for the holidays myself, so I figured, why not invest some time in something I really enjoy. All right, enough stalling, enough shuffling. It's time to start drawing random basic weaknesses. And the first one is for CMOT Bob, which I believe is some kind of market terminology. I don't know. It's a solo Bob Jenkins, and it's a full collection, including Return to, and it's the Day of Reckoning. Oh, the glare is great. Love glare. Day of Reckoning, of course, attaches to the agenda, and then you don't have an Elder Sign in the bag. I think if you're playing Bob, that's alright. Bob doesn't have the best Elder Sign in the game. Still bad, of course, but, could be worse. Idol Worshippers, from the Campaign Play-Along cards only. Daniela Reyes. Oh, well. Top card is Reckless. That's Winifred's, or the weakness that came in Winifred's pack. Makes you lose resources unless you can commit it to a skilled cast. Well, Daniela has high skill value, so I feel like that wouldn't be that big of a problem. The next up are the OGs, the original Gators, from the Campaign Play-Along cards only. Roland Banks. Nope. 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 Yes. Roland Banks gets self-destructive. So whenever you deal damage, you take damage. Seems like a rough one for Roland, not gonna lie. And is this Corset? No, this is Dunwich. That doesn't count. This also doesn't count. It's also Dunwich. And Wendy is a nihilist. Well, I believe there's a Twitter account already like that, though perhaps Preston. You should look those up, by the way. Those Twitter accounts are hilarious. But Annihilism, whenever you reveal, cancel, or ignore an autofill token, take a damage and a horror. Not the worst. Next up, we have Dani carry Norma. Okay. From the campaign play-along cards only, we have a haunted Daniela Reyes. There's Ghosts. And a paranoid Norman Withers. Ooh, that sounds rough. Losing all your resources as Norman? Ugh, that's not great. Next up, we have, from the full collection, weaknesses for traversing IC Arkham. It's a doomed min. Now that's interesting, because, of course, in this campaign, you don't... you only have 3 scenarios. So you could make it out alive with Doomed actually being a fairly mild weakness, because the only thing it does is deal you a little bit of horror. But if you're drawing too much, and Min can draw very quickly, it could very much still kill you. And for Leo Anderson, he has a stubborn detective. Well, we all know that Leo got like 15 people killed, so that checks out. For the astounding discoveries, we have Winifred Habermock. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm genuinely sorry for that. You have Through the Gates. Winnie does not like Through the Gates. And for Rex, the 13th Vision. Alright, well, so be it. I do actually like that team, I want to say. Like, I think the idea of having Winnie and Rex combo, that sounds like a lot of fun. I might actually have to try that myself. Because I don't usually find Rex that interesting, but I think in this kind of context, it might be very fun. Team Ally, Adults Leaving, Legally yes. Full collection for Lily Chen and Bob Jenkins. Lily is panicking. This is one of the new weaknesses. I actually really like this new weakness design, but I hope you brought healing in your card pool, because otherwise, you're in trouble. So this is the one where you have to heal a horror from it, and you can't take more than one play, engage, or resource action each round. And Bob has Amnesia. He's gonna start discarding all his cards. That's fine, you can just get them back. Scavenging is in the card pool. Futurama, but like Arkham. Campaign Play-Along cards only. Let me... not that one. Let me just quickly get 2 before I get any further. Yeah, here. So, why do I always do this to myself? I always... Achicophobia? The fear of failing? I know it's the fear of failure, which is, you know, that makes sense to me. You take horror when you fail a test. As Norman, I think that's perfectly fine. Like, I don't think Norman is gonna struggle with that too much. Just don't fail your test. And Lily has the Silver Twilight Acolyte. Yeah, no, she's gonna struggle with that though. That's I still don't understand how this. I mean, it was the course that I didn't know back then, but like, it's a 3 health enemy with Hunter. And whenever it attacks, it puts a Doom on the agenda. It doesn't even put a Doom on itself, so you can clear it when you kill it. It's so awful. Alright, well, Futurama, I hope you're okay with those 2. And then for definitely not Yithian, and they are playing Stella Clark with the full collection. Oh, well, in that case, if I was going to draw Your Worst Nightmare, but I can't because that's a multiplayer only, and you're playing true solo. I'm not going to give you that one. I'm going to give you something that's a little nicer. Is that nicer? I don't know. I don't know. I feel guilty for giving you a really bad one. So I'm going to give you Psychosis. Whenever you take horror, take a damage. Sounds fair. Death Transfigured. The whole collection. Yorick, I think. Well, I think sometimes too. That's also a multiplayer only weakness. You can't take that one. Here we go. Stupor. That seems nasty. So you take a play or parlay, draw, or investigate action. You can't take any more of those. If you're Yorick and you have to investigate multiple times, that's kind of rough. But maybe you can bypass it with like Death Clues. Next up, we have Team Zero for Gloria. Hypochondria. That's not great art. I mean, it is great art to be clear, but it's just like, ugh. When you take damage, take a horror. Oh, hey, I'm Ask. So this is a friend of mine. Joe Diamond's Christmas Counterpunch. Full collection except for Return to Dunwich Legacy. Yeah, buddy, I can send you my Through the Gates if you need it. It's an arm injury. I hope you brought healing, and if not, I'm sorry. So that's a fight or activate action. Actually, that might be fine on Joe. Like, multiple fight actions obviously a problem, and he can't evade, so that's annoying. But I should probably hold the weakness while I'm talking about it. That sounds better. But on the other hand, it's not like I think Joe has a lot of activate actions. Like, you're not really running Fingerprint Kitten through solo. So you're probably fine. You'll be fine, right? I didn't just give my friend one of the worst weaknesses, right? Horror on 34th Street. Full collection. Wendy has indebted. That's fine. He just needs to pay off her money. Why does a child have loans? And Norman Withers is also indebted. So it's the true horror was capitalism, I guess. Both of them are indebted. That's really funny. Reaverman, Lily Chen. Oh, Amnesia. Good luck with that one. Amnesiatic Lily. Right, and now for one of the best teams in the entire campaign play-along, Team Armala the Dog Puns, which, yes, is a team that I believe is running 16 copies of the Sled Dogs with the 4 Barkham Horror Investigators. I wish I was making this up. For Bark Harrigan, the Devil. For Schizo Drool, Dread Curse. Always interesting to see how curse tokens play in a situation where you don't have any Innsmouth cards to mitigate them. Duke has the Unspeakable Oath Curiosity. It's the one that you have to investigate an empty location. And Kate Winthrop has Damned. This is the one that adds a tarot card that only affects you. Love these weaknesses. I think they're really cool. So, reminder, Bark Harrigan, the Devil, Schizo Drool, Dread Curse, Duke, the Unspeakable Oath Curiosity, and Kate Winthrop, Damned. Oh, is that you, Mask, in the chat? Oh, you're running Pocket Telescope, so your arm injury is gonna really hurt you. I'm sorry. Do you want me to redraw? I mean, I am live, so we have that option. And the weaknesses for Wester in the chat. Wendy, Mob Enforcer. That's fine. She's okay with dealing with Mob Enforcer. I just run away. Why does this guy have 3 evade? Zealot, she wrote, draw from the whole collection. It's Gloria Goldberg and an Accursed Follower. That's interesting. Because you could just ignore this guy, but you're going to be drawing some curses if you do. The 2 weaknesses for Marcham Marauders. They didn't quite know which investigators I believe they were doing yet, so they're just going to grab 2 weaknesses from the campaign play-along pool and figure it out as they go. Are there any campaign play-along pool weaknesses left in this stack, or did I get through them all already? No, that one's still there. And this one's also in there. Okay. I'm just going to have to shuffle off the spawn. Mask is going to deal with it. Well, good luck with that. So, your first investigator is going to get obsessive, and your second investigator is going to have a leg injury. Figure it out. Alright, now I need to shuffle this entire stack. Bear with me for a second. Anybody in the chat who got a weakness that they wish they could redraw? Because I'm here. And I have that power. Also just going to quickly check in on Discord. Anybody screaming at me? No, looks like it's fine. Multitasking. I really need more windows, I think. Because I currently have 2 windows. The one that you're seeing and then the one with all of you on it and Discord on it and OBS on it to make sure that I can actually stream all this stuff. But I might need another window just to have, like, I don't know. 1 for OBS, 1 for Discord, 1 for YouTube, and then 1 for actually streaming stuff. So, I need like 4 windows. Alright, next is for No Mystery Left Behind, Everything But Edge of the Earth, Roland. Sorry about that. It is the Tower. That's okay. Maybe Roland doesn't run that many skill cards. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. And then for the Arkham Chamber of Commerce, which I think is a great name for these 2 investigators. So for for Diana Stanley, discard all your weaknesses. It's Paranoia. And for Bob Jenkins, it's your worst nightmare. That seems like fun. Seems like fun. Pacifist. So this is the Pacifist Fin deck that I think somebody was talking about in the chat, where they're basically just like have no way of dealing any damage. I have no idea how they're going to play, but I'm excited to see it. Well, I guess... Okay, so the pacifist deck, I'm not making this up, got the Unspeakable Oath Bloodthirst, which is the one where you need to deal excessive damage in order to clear it, which seems like the absolute worst. Okay, I'm just gonna say it now. Because you are going a pacifist deck, I feel a little bad for that. So if you want to get a different weakness, you can grab Reckless instead. Because I think if you are committed to your pacifistic ideals, you would have never made an Unspeakable Oath where you were bloodthirsty because you're just a pacifist. We respect that. And also, you're probably going to have enough difficulty with XP already because you're not killing the Ghoul Priest or any of the XP goals. So, good luck with that. You're going to need it. For the best CP8 team name ever, that's a bold choice for team name. Not necessarily correct, but you do have Parallel Daisy, and that's kind of cool. Daniela, however, has a Dread Curse, and that Parallel Daisy is running, Dendromorphosis, the weakness that takes up 2 hand slots. So hope you didn't mind discarding all your tomes. And then for Fine Tides, which is a great name for a team that includes Silas and Jacqueline, we have Campaign Play-Along cards only, so this one, and... No, those are the Witch. This one, okay. Have to draw the good ones. Stubborn Detective for Silas, that's okay. You just punch that guy and he goes away. And Amnesia for Jacqueline Fine. Good luck dealing with that. And we're already there. Wow, time flies. So thank you very much for watching. As always, before I close, I just want to make sure, is there anybody in chat right now who didn't get a weakness drawn or who wants to draw an additional weakness or anything like that? Because, I'm here now. And I can draw basically until I turn the camera off. I'm also going to check real quick, did anybody join the registration right now? No, doesn't look like it. Anybody in chat? No. Anybody here? No. Looks like we're kind of tapped out on basic weaknesses. It's a pretty short list, I think, this time, but that's okay. I don't mind it. It's actually kind of nice because I do feel my throat a little itchy right now. Don't worry, I don't think COVID is spreadable through YouTube. So yeah, I hope everybody is excited for this campaign play along. I know I am, and definitely go into the server and make sure you give yourself that role. Oh, Mask wants another one. Yeah, of course I can, buddy. No worries. But yeah, what I was saying. So if you don't know how to do that, there's a role selection little thing on the top of the list of channels, basically. If you go in there, there's a little symbol of a family you can click on. When you do that, you're part of the addable role for the campaign play along, and if you do that, that means that you can get alerted whenever I post cool events. And I am hoping to do a couple in the next couple of weeks, but of course I am a little sick right now, so I haven't gotten a chance to plan anything. Why did you retract your message? I'm gonna give you another weakness. I'm gonna give you so many weaknesses you have no idea what to do with them. It's an accursed follower, Mask. I hope you can see that. I don't have my OBS open anymore, so I can actually see if I'm holding the camera in the right spot. Yeah, I am. Okay. Good. Alright. If that's everything, I thank you everybody for joining me. I'm really excited, as always, for the campaign play along. I think it's really fun. I'm always happy to hear that people are enjoying it. And I hope that we'll have many more awesome campaign play alongs in the next year, in 2022. Because, all this BS is supposed to end at some point, right? Thanks everybody for watching. If you have any questions, comments, send me a message. Give me a shout. I'm available on Discord at Veronica. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be seeing you until the end of